What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic Saturday afternoon. Live from Citizens Bank Park, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ, even though we're in South Jersey. What's going on, man? All right, Phillies taking on the Marlins after what was an incredible game last night by Christopher Sanchez. His first time that he has pitched a complete game shutout. Phillies were able to help him out and get 2 runs, which was just enough for them. Bryson Stott was able to get both RBI on a fielder's choice ground out and a sac fly. And the Phillies are looking to help out Aaron Nola today. And hopefully Aaron Nola pitches really well for the Phillies. It was a 3-hitter last night by Christopher Sanchez, and he looked absolutely dominant out there on the mound. It was his best outing probably of his career, 101 pitches, and was able to just dominate the strike zone. Still was firing at 96 miles per hour, even in the 9th inning, and it was really just the changeup that was really being utilized absolutely well. So, all right, so the Phillies will send Aaron Nola on the mound today, and he'll be going up against Roderi Munoz. So just a little bit more about Aaron Nola. Nola this season has a 9-3 record. He has also allowed 81 hits, 38 earned runs, and has 90 strikeouts. And he's had a pretty good outing his last time around against the Tigers. He ended up going 7 strong innings. He had 6 strikeouts, just allowed 6 hits, 1 earned run, no walks. It looked like it was more of an Aaron Nola type of a performance. He then pitched bad against the San Diego Padres in the outing before that, but it wasn't his best outing, and so just to see him have a bounce-back performance in his last outing was nice, but let's see if he can follow that up today. That's going to be a really big thing to look out for. And on the other hand, for Munoz, well, Munoz is 1-3. He has a 5.8 ERA. He's 24 years old. He's 6'2", 210 pounds, and has 34 strikeouts on the season as well. The last time he pitched, it was on Monday, the 24th, and that was against the Royals. He went 6 innings, allowed 4 earned runs, actually allowed 3 homers. That was the second outing in a row where he has given up 3 homers and 4 walks as well, and also just had 4 strikeouts. The thing about him is that he's not going to dominate you with so many high-leverage pitches and get you some sort of swing and miss stuff, but he is going to, if the Phillies don't take advantage of him early on, that could be a problem. So that's just something to look out for. The live chat's now not working for some reason. And I apologize about that. So let's get into fixing that problem. I don't know why the live chat's not working all of a sudden. So bear with me for just 1 second. And yeah, what are your final score predictions? Make sure that you comment that down below. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. All right, so let's try this again. Are my mic levels good? I think that our mic levels are fine. I made sure I checked that beforehand. All right, let's see if this live chat works. Apply and close. All right, somebody type out in the chat. Why is this not? There it is. Yo, yo, yo. There we go. All right, good. All right, now it works. Live chat is working. All right, we're about ready to get underway. Phillies are taking on the Marlins today. And, well, the starting lineup for the Marlins, they got Jazz Chisholm Jr. batting in the leadoff spot. Then it'll be Brian De La Cruz right on after that. Josh Bell batting in the 3-hole. Jake Berger, the first baseman, is batting 4th. Jesus Sanchez will be, I believe, batting in the 4th spot. And then there'll be Jake Berger, Nick Gordon, Tim Anderson, Otto Lopez, and Nick Fortes. There was a little bit of a change, I guess, from the Marlins on the graphic. All right, here we go. We're underway in the first pitch, and that swung on and missed. What's going on, Linda? Why isn't our live chat working? Let me try it now. It's weird. No balls, 1 strike. And here's the next pitch, and that's fouled away. Weird stuff, man. Let me try to close this out. Let's try to do it again. thing has been giving me some difficulties the last couple of times. The ball's 2 strikes. Chisholm at the plate, and the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So Aaron Nola's on the mound, and he already gets his first strikeout of the day. And that's how we start off the first. So Nola gets a strikeout, and, well, De La Cruz is coming up to bat. So, again, the lineup for the Fish, it'll be Chisholm, De La Cruz, Bell, Sanchez, Berger, Gordon, Anderson, Lopez, and Fortes. Here comes De La Cruz up to the plate, batting .242 on the season, and he takes the pitch wide for a ball. What's up, the dude? How you doing, man? We're going to do this again. I don't know why the docs aren't displaying. I'm going to do it one more time. 1-0 pitch, bouncing ball, hit over towards the second base side. Stott shuffles his feet and throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. Defensively for the Phillies, well, behind the plate it'll be Garrett Stubbs. On the mound is Aaron Nola. And then in the infield, from first to third, it's Clemens, Stott, Sosa, and Turner. Sosa's playing over at third. Turner's at shortstop. And then the outfield, it's Rojas in center. And over to his left, it's Brandon Marsh. And to his right, it's Nick Castellanos. 2 outs, bases empty, and here's Josh Bell, and he pops up the first pitch over towards left center field. Rojas with his sunglasses on is on the run, and they'll make the catch, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Fish. We head to the bottom of the first. Phillies coming up to bat. All right, let's do this again. Copy, paste, Ninja Chat. We got a $5 donation. Let's make sure that we shout out Junior in Indy. What's going on, man? Thanks so much for the $5 donation, my guy. Appreciate the $5 super chat. That's awesome. All right. Test out the chat now and see if it works. Yo. Is it not working? It's not working. Huh. Testing. Why is this chat not working? Huh. I don't know why it's not working. Let's try it one more time. Our chat's not working. Copy, paste, Ninja Chat. Well, let's apply it. Is it working now? No, it's not working. I want to see your chats. Alright, let's close this out. Bear with me for a second. Okay, where is our Ninja Chat? That's the overlay. Feature chat overlay. This is the dockable one. That's the one that I want. Copy. Let's try it again. I want to be able to display your chats. Come on, man. Bottom of the first. Bryson Stott is coming up to bat. And the pitch is upstairs and outside as well. Hello? Testing? No. Let's try it again. Pop out the chat. How about now? Next pitch is taken for a strike. Alright, we'll get this working. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, and that's fouled away. We'll get this working. We'll do it again after the break. Roderi Munoz is on the mound for the Marlins. He has a 1-3 record and has gone 35 2/3 of an inning this season. Does have a 5.8 ERA as well. Stott, Turner, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Clemens, Sosa, Stubbs, and Rojas. That's the lineup for the Phils. And the next pitch is up high and away for a ball. Wonder how many scoreless innings we can pitch. That's an interesting comment. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Stott strikes out. Throw over to first is in time, and there's one away. Munoz, Roderi Munoz. All right, he is the highest career home runs allowed per 9 innings in a minimum of 30 innings pitched. 3.53 is the percentage right there. One out, bottom of the first, and Turner is up to bat. The windup and the pitch. Swung on, lifted, out over towards left field, but it'll be caught in the alleyway by the left fielder for out number 2. That was Nick Gordon that was able to make the catch. Gordon, of course, batting in the 5 spot today for the Marlins. And Bohm is coming up to bat. Defensively for the Marlins, you got Otto Lopez over at second, Jake Burgers at third, Josh Bell's at first. The shortstop is Tim Anderson, and the catcher is Nick Fortes. The pitch on the way is outside and low for a ball. So it's a 1-0 count. Out in right field, it's Brian De La Cruz. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is out in center. And then in left, it's Nick Gordon. 1-0 delivery. Fastball at 97 that misses outside for ball 2. You're going to see a lot of 95 to 97 mile per hour fastballs from Munoz, and just has to try to work more on his pitch selection. Goes with another pitch that misses low for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. Crew chief for this afternoon. Behind the plate, it's Nate Tomlinson. Then it's Nick Lentz over at first. Emil Jimenez is over at second, and Lance Barksdale's the third base umpire. 3-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike. Bowman 52 games against the Marlins. Batting .295 with 14 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 28 RBI. And the 3-1 pitch. Fouled off. It was a 3-0 count, and the count is now full. Marsh waits in the on-deck circle. He's been doing really well over his last couple of games. Payoff pitch to Bohm, outside and away for ball 4, and a 2-out walk allowed by Munoz. Marlins are in their black tops and white bottoms, with a little bit of blue and red just underneath or on the outside edging of the letters. Phillies are in their cream uniforms with the red letters on the front and the red letters and numbers on the back. Cream tops, cream bottoms. The pitch, fouled away. You know, for years, the Phillies just couldn't really find ways to beat the Marlins. And you had games where, I remember really back in 2020, or 2019 it was, where they had like a 4-0 lead in the top of the first. And then that was quickly erased in the bottom of the first. And it was like a 6-4 lead for Miami. Next pitch, and that's fouled off. And they just could not seem to beat them. Even when the Phillies were ahead of them in the standings. Different time, though, now. I'm sure that not a lot of fans missed that. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 misses outside for a ball. Castellanos waits in the on-deck circle. The Phillies lost the first game of this series to the Marlins, 7-4. Then they were able to shut them out last night. Christopher Sanchez allowed 3 hits. It was a 3-hit shutout. 1-2. That's slapped foul. So Bohm's over at first. We're in the bottom of the first. There's 2 outs. No score so far. Marlins haven't scored since Friday. Or since Thursday. The 4-game series. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch, another one that's sliced foul. The Phillies are 8 games above the Braves in the standings. Phillies have a 54-28 record. Marlins are looking to get win number 30. They're 25 games behind the Phillies and 17 behind the Braves. 1-2 pitch. And that breaking ball is going to get away from the catcher Fortes. And going on over to second base is Alec Bohm as he's in scoring position. So it's a wild pitch, and the count is 2-2. Get to your comments in just a few moments. Fortes just did not do a good job at trying to backhand it. It actually hit the heel of the glove. Then he had to get up and jog on over towards his left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Munoz looks back at second, and the 2-2 pitch. It's skied high towards the left field corner, and underneath it is Gordon. Then he makes the catch just at the line, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 man left in scoring position. And we head to the second, no score at Citizens Bank Park. All right, let's figure out what's going on with this thing. Okay, let's do it again. Copy, delete, paste, chat, ninja chat. Okay. Somebody write something in the chat. Why is this not working? Listening in the car, paint me a picture, JJ. I usually do, or try to. Why is this not working? This is so weird. So weird. I'm usually, if I close out of it and pop it back out, is that gonna work? Stream and chat dockable. Why is this not? It's not even working on here. Feature chat overlay. No. If I X'd out of it, let me try it again. My friend, how are you? How are you today? Alright, well, it's just not gonna work. I won't be able to display your chats today. It's a glitch in YouTube, happens to me sometimes, says Ed. Alright. It is what it is. Here we go, Nola on the mound in the pitch. And there's a fly ball. It's hit out over towards deep right field. It is a foul ball, though. Restarting solves the issue. That's what I just did. But it's through OBS. It's not even... It's a Ninja Chat problem. I'm doing it through OBS. The ball is 1 strike. Next pitch is upstairs for a ball. I just won't be able to display it. I can see your chats, but I just can't display it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the second inning. Nola with 8 pitches so far. Jesus Sanchez is at the plate, and the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Marlins made some changes to their lineups today. Jesus Sanchez did not get the start in last night's game. But he's DHing tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 on the way. On the inside corner, called strike 3. And Sanchez strikes out looking for the first out of the inning. Not going to lie, the pitch looked a little bit inside. But Tomlinson called to the strike. 121 people tuning in. What are your final score predictions? Comment them down below. 1 out in the top of the second. Here's Jake Berger up to bat. And the pitch. There's a bouncing ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw across the diamond is in time by Trey Turner. So Berger grounds out. What's this? Oh, This is different. Okay, I was just curious about what that was. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. 2 outs now in the top of the second. Here comes Nick Gordon batting on the left side. Then he takes a four-seamer on the outside edge for strike one at 92 miles per hour. Nick Gordon is 28 years old. He's 6 feet tall, weighs 160 pounds. He's batting .227 this year, with 7 homers and 28 RBI. The pitch swung on, flied out to right field, and that ball is gone. So it's a 1-0 lead for the Miami Marlins as they strike first. And the Marlins able to get a solo homer from Nick Gordon. And he just was able to get it into the first row out in right field. And that's another home run allowed by Nola this season. So a 2-out solo homer by Miami. Now it's Anderson that's coming up to the plate. And the pitch is taken all the way for strike one. Just on the outside corner. 4-2 Phils in 8.5 innings, says the dude. That's his final score prediction. The ball is 1 strike. Pitch on the way. And that is fouled. Looked like I got a piece of Garrett Stubbs. And he was hobbling. Now just gets back. Just gets back up. Aaron Nola's ERA by inning this season, when you break it all down, it is really interesting. He has a 2.25 ERA in the first. In the second inning this season, it's at a 6.19. And in the third, it goes down to a 3.38. The fourth, it's at 2.87. And the fifth has been the best at a 2.02. The ball's 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, a knuckle curve that misses low. And outside for ball 1. Ball 2 strikes. Next pitch, and that's taken low. That was the 14th homer that he has allowed this season. Last year, he allowed 32. And the year before that, he just allowed 19. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, bouncing ball, it's a foul ball. Tim Anderson is up at the plate for the Marlins. Five pitches in this at-bat so far. Anderson lifetime against Nola is 1 for 3 with a double. 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3. To me, that just shows inconsistency, says Hardcore. I mean, overall, he's had a great season. It's not like last year where every time from the stretch, he gave up a run about 70% of the time. When he's on, he's on. He hasn't been as inconsistent, though. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, and that's a 4-seamer that's fouled away. A good at-bat by Anderson. Tim's career has been interesting so far. Played with the White Sox from 2016 to 2023. And this is his first year with the Fish. He's 31 years old now. 3-2. Another foul ball. Count still full. Payoff pitch once again. Fly ball hit out over to left center field, and that's going to bloop in there for a base hit. So it bounces in front of Johan Rojas, and that's the second hit allowed. in this inning by Aaron Nola. That's a single. Honestly, that was a really good at-bat by Tim Henderson. Puts up a really good quality at-bat, and when you fight off pitches, sometimes you're making the pitcher work, and it becomes more of a mental game. Here's Otto Lopez batting on the right side. 2 outs, top of the second. Marlins lead at 1-0, and a runner at first. First pitch of this at-bat is taken all the way for strike one. Aaron Nola in the month of June, his ERA has been at 4.56. In May, it was at 2.84, and in April, it was at a 2.06 ERA. Pitch on the way, and that's taken all the way for a ball. That was just his third homer that he has allowed in the month of June. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 pitch, and that's on the outside edge at the knees for strike 2. He's had a lot of success against the Marlins overall. Last year in 2023, pitched really well in both games that he pitched against the Marlins. 1-2 pitch, grounder, knocked down by Turner, but he has to eat it up as he couldn't field it properly, and everybody's going to be safe. A routine ground ball. Turner had to shuffle his feet over towards his right side, couldn't gather himself, and he sort of slipped. And, well, that's an E6. Anderson goes over to second. That's just not good defense. Literally just had it in his glove, and then he tried to protect it, if you will, with his bare hand, and then put it into his throwing arm, but he sort of slipped. So now Fortes is coming up. 2 runners on, 2 outs, top of the second. And the pitch, and that's a bouncing ball that's foul. So Otto Lopez gets on with an E6. Be nice if they could get some help from their offense. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. 2 runners on. And the pitch, sliced foul. Another good crowd today at the bank. See a lot of red shirts. See a lot of cream uniforms and powder blues. Nola just had 6 pitches in the first. And so far, 22 in the second. The ball's 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch misses low and away. Fortes is 5 for 10 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position this season. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch, another knuckle curve that misses low and outside. Aaron Nola, of course, from LSU. He's 31 years old now. Signed a $172 million contract extension with the Phillies. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That's a good knuckle curve there. And the inning is over. So, the Marlins get a run on a solo home run by Nick Gordon. And we head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Marlins. Phillies coming up to bat. Be right back in just a few moments. Alrighty, here we go. Bottom of the second. Phillies trail 1-0. And here's Castellanos, who takes a pitch all the way for a ball. Phillies just got one base runner on in the bottom of the first, and that was bohm. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch, and Castellanos goes fishing after a slider that was low and away. Don't know what he was doing there. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Munoz still out there on the bump for the Marlins, and the 1-1 pitch, and that's taken for strike 2 on the outside edge. It looked a little bit outside. It did. But it seems like home plate umpire Nate Tomlinson's been calling that. 1-2 pitch, and that's a fly ball. Hit out over towards right field. De La Cruz gets under it, and he catches the can of corn, and the first out is a quickie. All right, let's try and do this again. Is our chat going to work now? Nope. All right. Cody Clemens will take a quick step into the box. And he takes it low for a ball. It was a slider at 85 miles per hour. Cody, of course, was called up when Bryce Harper went on the injured list. Harper had gotten injured on Friday night or Thursday night. I don't know why I keep saying Friday, because I guess I'm used to these weekend series being 3 games. There we go. Okay, I think it's working now. There we go. There's our chat. Had to close out of Google Chrome. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Chisholm gets under it, and he does make the catch. And there's 2 quick outs in the second. This Phillies offense has really just been stale over the last 2 games. And I guess it's sort of like saying, well, what do you expect? Because they're missing Schwarber and Harper. But even still, like before they went away, it seemed like that the offense sort of started to cool off a little bit. Two outs. Bottom of the second in the pitch. And that's taken for a ball. It looked like it was in there for a strike, but it wasn't. Roderi Munoz. 26 pitches so far on the day. And the four-seamer looks pretty good when he's on. The 1-0 misses low and away for ball 2. Munoz, as we mentioned, is 24 years old. 2-0 pitch. Wide for ball 3. Sosa at the plate for the Phils. 3-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike on the outside edge. All four-seamers at 96 miles per hour. Three balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 finally goes with a cutter, and that's going to end up being at the knees for strike 2. Roderi was born on April 14th of 2000. Has 19 strikeouts in his career, along with a 5.17 ERA. As the next pitch is fouled off, he was originally signed by the Braves as an international free agent. He made his professional debut with the Dominican Summer League Braves. Then he returned to the club in 2019 and didn't play in a game in 2020 because of the pandemic. 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. It was a 3-0 count, and Sosa's arguing with the home plate umpire. And Sosa has to be pretty careful. And he'll go back to the dugout. And the side is retired. So, 1-2-3 go the Phils. And we head to the third. 1-0 Miami. All right, I think we're back in action. I think we're good to go. Money line for today, minus 275 for the Phils. And the over-under's at 8.5 runs. I didn't know that. Apparently, Cross and Broad said that Jazz Chisholm stole the Fanatics ATV and took it for a spin. Oh, he did. He took it right from him. Oh, come on, Jazz. You can't do that to the Fanatic. He took his vehicle right away. And then the Fanatic was trying to chase him down. And he got it back. But come on, Jazz. Come on. You can't be taking the Fanatics ATV. Can't do that. Can the Phillies please win the game? Ask them. Ask them. They're the ones producing. Honestly, the pitches that Sosa took, some of them were borderline pitches. Destiny Legardo tweeted out that Sosa took 3 pitches on the corners for the strikes. All of them were borderline. He's one of the most polite people on earth. But even he was frustrated with the home plate umpire. Yeah, the strike zone is huge at the moment. Will it stay that way? I don't know. That's a good question. Who do you think had the widest strike zone besides Angel Hernandez? Yes, can you think of somebody else who has or who had the widest strike zone? You know, for maybe umpires back in the 70s or even in the 80s that kids today wouldn't even know about. Top of the third, 1-0 Fish. Thanks to a solo homer by Nick Gordon off of Aaron Nola, who's back out there for his second inning of work, and he'll have to face the top of the order. Chisholm's up to bat, and he takes a strike. 9 of the first 10 batters that he's faced, he's throwing the strike to start off the at-bat. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch on the way swung on and missed. That was a pretty good knuckle curve there. So relieves Schwarber and Harper. Harper's injuries are not season-ending, and both will be back sooner than later. If it has to happen, better now than closer to October. Absolutely. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the top-tier part of the zone. And Chisholm does not agree with the call there. That certainly was a strike. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Jazz. That's the second time today that he has struck out. Joe West had an inconsistent one. Not sure if it was wide or not. Joe West and Angel Hernandez are the gold standard of bad umpiring. The Warriors couldn't get a deal done. So Paul George is entering into free agency. How about that for the Sixers? Maybe they'll get him. The pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards center field, and on the run is Rojas, and he's there to make the catch. So he elected to go to free agency. How about that? That's big news. He's declined his player option. He had until today. 2 outs, top of the third. Josh Bell up at the plate for the Marlins. And the pitch is wide. I want Markkanen, says the dude. I feel you. I feel you on that. 1 ball, no strikes to Josh Bell. And the pitch, line drive over the head of the third baseman Sosa into left field for a base hit. And there's an opposite field single in the top of the third with 2 outs. That's the third 2-out hit that Nola has allowed in the last 2 innings. Josh Bell just, for some reason, just does a really good job against the Phillies. There's just some hitters that are out there that when they play against a certain team, they tend to do really well. And Josh Bell's just one of those guys. Leads off over at first. And up to bat now is Sanchez. And Jesus will take the first pitch way inside at 93. I'd rather try and get Caldwell, Pope says. Jesus Shuttlesworth. Wow. That's wild, man. Paul George, do you want him? Tough question. How much are they going to pay him? I don't know. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Sanchez. Popped up, hit out over towards left field. And there to make the catch for out number 3 is Marsh. So the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit and 1 man left. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd. I'm not sure Gerald knows who KCP is. Why does Nola get so many chances? Chances for what? If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well. I want to know, okay? I want to ask you guys something. When you think about the Phillies, okay, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? First thing that comes to your mind when you just think about the word Phillies. And if you aren't a Phillies fan, what's the first word that comes to your mind when you think about the word baseball? Because the first word that comes to my mind when I think about Phillies is the bank. That's what I think of. That's the first word that comes to my mind. Some people think it's the vet. Some people say the bell. Some people would say the Walt Whitman Bridge. I'm sure others would say Bryson Stott or Bryce Harper. Tyler says Bryce Harper. Larry Boa, says Liz. Explosive. The Liberty Bell. Pitch on the way, and that's taken wide for a ball. Let me close out of Google Chrome again because it stopped working. The Fanatic. That's a good one. 1-0 pitch to Garrett Stubbs, and that's taken outside for ball 2. Munoz still on the bump. 34 pitches by him so far. The windup and the pitch. Strike 1. Stubbs over his last 10 games is a .265 average, 2 stolen bases, and 14 strikeouts as he lifts that one foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if this works. Jim Tomei. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. It's a foul ball. Over towards the first base side. And still a 2-2 count. Mike Schmidt, Jim Tomei, the Three Stooges. 2-2 on the way. That misses way outside for ball 3. So the count is full. And the payoff pitch swung on, blasted deep to right field, and Garrett Stubbs has tied the ball game. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That's his first homer of the season, and he ties it up 1-1. Only got a fastball right down Broadway. And he capitalized. about Stubbsy, man? That's one way to do it. As he gets high fives in the dugout. Now it's Yohan Rojas coming up to bat. And he took the first pitch of his inside. But it's a called strike. 96, and he just golfed it out to right field. The 0-1 pitch. And that's a foul ball. Jason Stout versus John Kruk. The 93 team and his slogan, whatever it takes, dude. That's what he thinks about when he thinks about the Phillies. One word. There you go. The ball's 2 strikes to Yohan Rojas. I don't know where that thing hit. Did it hit? Are they showing where it hit? Huh. The 0-2 on the way. That's wide for another ball. Rojas batting .237. The 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Got a 97-mile-per-hour fastball that was on the inside corner towards the eye level. He's been getting a lot of those and swinging and missing at a lot of them for strike threes. One out. Here's Bryson Stott, who's going to shoot that one to left center field for a base hit. It was a line drive, and Stott able to get on with a 1-out single. Just able to laser that one over the shortstop's head, and he put it in a really good spot and hit the ball very sharply. That's something that you want to see from Bryson Stott there. Hasn't really been swinging the bat really too well, but you think that he's going to bounce out of a slump, and maybe that's a sign for good things to come. It'd be really, really nice. Toss back over to first, and Bell just caught it. Offense, answer your call for action, JJ. What's up, Kathy Ann? How you doing? How you doing, Kathy? What's good? Oh, Kathy, thank you so much for being here. Puts a big smile on my face. Comes Trey, and he takes it low and outside for ball 1. Turner batting .330 with 3 homers and 12 RBI as well. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch swung on and missed. I mean badly. Robert Moore, who's the Phillies' number 25 prospect. Otto Kemp and Ethan Wilson last night were able to help the Fightin' Phils win 10-3. A really, really good game, all 3 of them. Ethan Wilson had a homer and 3 RBI. And Otto Kemp actually ended up having 2 hits. One of them was a double and 2 RBI. And then Robert Moore had a double, a homer, 3 RBI, and 2 hits. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch popped up and out over towards shallow right field. De La Cruz gets under it, and he does make the catch. And jogging back over to first is Bryson Stott. And the second out is made. Doing great, JJ. Awesome. Glad to see our cleanup hitters here, man. Source confirms, according to John Clark, the Sixers are expected to pursue free agent to be Paul George starting tomorrow evening. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. A runner at first, and the pitch to Bohm. Fly ball hit out over towards right field, not that deep enough, and De La Cruz goes towards the line and does make the catch. And the side is retired. Phillies tie it back, though, on a solo jack by Garrett Stubbs. And we head to the 4th. All knotted up at 1 apiece. Be right back in just a few moments. Here we go, top of the fourth. Jake Berger up to bat. And the first pitch is fouled away. Sorry about these little difficulties with the chat today. It's a little bit weird. Can somebody type out in the chat and see if this is working one more time? If it's not, then I'm done with it. There we go. All right, cool. Thanks, D. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch on the way, and that's taken all the way for strike 2. The ball's 2 strikes. Here we go. The 0-2 pitch from Nola. Swing and a miss. And Berger strikes out. That's Nola's 5th punch out today. The Marlins have 2 NL pennants and 2 World Series titles in 1997 and 2003. They've never won the NL East. The pitch, and that's taken for strike 1. Originally, and I didn't know this, but they actually played home games at Joe Robbie Stadium, and that was shared with them and the Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins of the NFL. The 0-1 swing and a miss. I didn't know that it was called Joe Robbie Stadium. And then in 2012, the team moved to Lone Depot Park. It was known as Marlins Park then, and that was their first exclusive home and the first to be designed as a baseball park. 0-2 pitch. That's taken for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And Gordon, who homered his last time up against Nola, strikes out, and there's 2 away. They have the lowest winning percentage and the fewest postseason appearances amongst active MLB franchises. 2,241 wins and 2,609 losses. 2 outs. And the pitch to Tim Anderson is taken for a ball. Them and the Rockies are the only 2 teams to have never won a division. And the Marlins are also the only franchise to have never appeared in back-to-back postseasons. The pitch. And it's a 1-1 count. In case you are just tuning in, we're in the top of the 4th. It's 1-1. 2 outs. Nobody on. And the 1-1 pitch. And that is swung on and missed. Joe Robbie was the worst place to watch baseball. In person? I didn't know that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anderson. And the pitch, check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no. .50 pitches by Nola. And the next one is chopped foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Top of the 4th, nobody on. The 2-2 on the way, and that is fouled off of Tim Anderson, and he goes down. It actually fouled it off of his left kneecap and then just fell right on the dirt. He's now in a sitting position, and he'll try to get back up. What's my final score prediction for today? I asked you guys. For me, I don't know. 4-1 Phils, I'll go with. Anderson takes a step out of the box and skips Schumacher, and the Marlins trainer are going to go out there to make sure that he's all right. Schumacher is 44 years old. Was a member of the Reds, the Dodgers, and the Cardinals. Anderson's going to stay in. Base is empty. 2 gone. Top of the 4th. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Aaron Nola with this 6th strikeout as he strikes out the side and gets all 3 batters to strike out in the 4th. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Still tied up at 1 apiece. Skip Schumacher. I remember him as a player. Won a World Series with the Cardinals back in 2011. And was actually NL Manager of the Year last year, which I didn't know. I didn't know he was Manager of the Year. As a rookie manager? Is he like the only rookie manager to win Manager of the Year? Rookie managers to win Manager of the Year. Huh. Here's rookie managers who won the World Series. Alex Cora technically was one of those. Bob Brenly was another one who won a World Series. I didn't realize that he played for 9 seasons as a catcher. He was a coach with the Giants and then shifted into a role as a Diamondbacks television analyst. Didn't know that. Interesting stuff. You learn something new every single day when you're on here. You just do. I'm doing good. How are you? What's up, Den Brew? It's Brandon Marsh. In the first pitch, he pops it up out over to left field. And getting under it is Nick Gordon, and he does make the catch. Took him by surprise a little bit. Marsh got way underneath it. I think that the wind was blowing it over towards the right, and then it just came twirling back towards his left. Here comes Nick Castellanos to the dish. And the pitch is inside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is lined out to left field for a base hit. It takes about a bounce. And Castellanos gets aboard with a single, a 1-out single in the bottom of the 4th. It's a good piece of hitting. In Philly history. Nope. Local 44 in West Philly? No, I've never been there. Here's Cody Clemens, who takes a strike all the way. It's on the outside edge. It's a restaurant and a bar. Where is it? It's on Spruce Street. Huh. I'll have to check it out. It looks good. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch is taken on the outside edge for strike 2. I've never been to Local 44. The ball's 2 strikes. to Cody Clements. Munoz with the 0-2, and that's fouled back. What's like the best spot to eat in Philly? Good spots in Philly? Anybody? To eat? The ball's 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. The next pitch, way up high. Best spot to eat in Philly. I'm not hungry. I'm just curious. I've always wanted to try new places. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is way up high and outside for ball 2. The chop out. No, that's near me. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. De La Cruz has to get over to it. Castellanos jogs on over to third, and stopping at second is Clemens. Cody able to cruise into second base standing up as he gets a stand-up double with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, and this is a perfect time for the Phillies to get something going. Nobody knows a really good spot to eat in Philly. Nobody. We have 229 people, and not one of you can tell me where's a good spot to eat in Philly. I'm just curious. What do you guys eat? Edmundo Sosa's up to bat. And the pitch is taken all the way for strike 1 on the outside edge. Dagwoods in Northeast Philly is great. Okay, Dagwoods. I'll have to look that up. Sosa up to bat in the pitch. Ground ball knocked down by the pitcher, and the throw over to first is in time. That's not going to get Castellanos home, though. And there's 2 outs. It was knocked down by Munoz. Sort of tried to get his glove on it, and then dropped it. Reading Terminal by George Philly Cheesesteak. There we go. Steve Prince of Steaks. Campos Cheesesteaks. These are all cheesesteak places. Go to Anthony's in Malvern and get a cheesesteak stromboli. Okay. Anything else besides cheesesteaks? Dante and Luigi's. Dante and Luigi's. That sounds good. Dagwoods is good. I'll have to try that. Here's Garrett Stubbs, who homered his last time up. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch. Line drive, caught over at second. Oh, what a nice diving catch made to end the inning. And the inning is over. So the Phillies leave 2 runners in scoring position. Unfortunately, Stubbs hit it really hard, but Otto Lopez made a really nice catch to end the inning, and that's that. So we head to the top of the 5th, still tied 1-1. So close. What's good from Section 321? Oh, you're watching. Nice. What's good, Steve? How you doing, man? What's up, my guy? How you doing, Steve? And now this doesn't want to work. There we go. JJ, I eat gefilte fish. Ugh. Can't stand gefilte fish. Ugh. Not a gefilte fish guy. What else do we got? I'm not from Philly. I'd go anywhere that has a good cheesesteak. Yeah. The Knicks Roast Beef Reading Terminal Market, says Jared Bowman. A great Irish pub I go to is McMenamin's. Yep. In Mount Airy. Great bar food and drinks with specials. Have steaks sometimes, pretty cheap and really good. That's a good suggestion, too. Cool. I hung the chandelier in Lebec, Finn, back in the early 80s. It was considered one of the best restaurants in Philly at the time. It's gone now. How long has it been gone? That is really cool, though. Was it a catch and was it close to the ground? It was a diving catch, yeah. Usually when somebody dives, the ball is close to the ground. Yep. Nicky Scarfo Jr. was shot inside of Dante and Luigi's allegedly by Joey Merlino, who happens to be opening a cheesesteak place in Philly. That's really weird. That's really weird. Steve says that the sun's hot. Nice. Don't be like me. Wear a hat. Somebody else is going to the game tomorrow. Nice. Hope you have a good time, man. All right, cool. I'll have to write down some of these places. Thanks for the Irish Tavern. Yeah. If you think of any other good places, not even Chinese food or anything, let me know because I'm just curious. The pitch, swing and a miss. Not sure if it was still there, but my father, when he was in the Navy, worked at bookbinders. I didn't know that. Bookbinders. I'll have to check that out. The 0-1, and there's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. It's fielded by Turner, and the throw is not in time over to first. Otto Lopez able to get on with an infield single to start off the fifth. Bookbinders. Bookbinders. It's called the Old Bar now. It's set in the old original Bookbinders. Yep. It's a seafood place. Huh. Cool. Wonder where it is. It's on Walnut Street. A ball, no strikes to Fortes. And that's taken. First pitch was taken for a ball. Second pitch is coming up in just a few moments. The 1-0 pitch. And that's taken at the knees for a strike. I just looked it up. Lebec Finn is still open. It was sold by the original owner back in 2012. You thought it was sold, though. And Dante and Luigi. I'll have to look that up. Throw back over to first is not in time. Dante and Luigi. Looks really nice. It's on South 10th Street. That looks good. 1-1 pitch. High bouncer hit over to third. Sosa has it and flips it over to first. And there's one out. Lopez does go on over to second. But Fortes is productive on the ground out. What if the Sixers could get Paul George and Lauri Markkanen? It is possible that could happen. One out, top of the fifth. Here's Jazz Chisholm, who's 0 for 2 today. Takes the first pitch for a ball. He's batting .258. Has 10 homers and 36 RBI. 37 RBI. 59 pitches by Nola. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 ball, no strikes. And Nola delivers from the stretch, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. How about the standard tap in Northern Liberty? That's still around. Pitch. That's taken inside for ball 2. The Standard Tap. Yep, that's on North 2nd Street in Philly. Home of local beer in Philadelphia. 21 drafts and 2 hand pumps complement a changing locally sourced chalkboard menu. Standard Tap. The pitch, and that's taken on the outside corner, and it's now a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and that's fouled away towards the third base side. Excellent gourmet pub fare like chicken pies, fried smelts, and double burgers. That sounds good. Huh. I'm going to write down all these restaurants. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Thank you for this, because I'm just curious. Count is full, 1 out, top of the 5th. Go-ahead runs at second, and that's Otto Lopez. The payoff pitch to Chisholm. Ground ball back up the middle. Played on the bounce, though, by Turner. Throw over to first is in time. Lopez does jog on over to third, and there's 2 outs in the 5th inning. Good job by Turner to just play shifted up the middle. If you guys like Italian, there's a place in Mount Carmel, or Caramel, by Knoebels. It's called Matucci's. I think I've been there. I think I've been to Matucci's. 2 outs in the top of the 5th, and the next pitch is up high for a ball. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. We got 219 people tuning in. Come on, man. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? I'll get to your comment in just a second. 1 ball, no strikes. The leg kick and the pitch from Nola. That's a knuckle curve taken at the knees for a strike. Where I live, they have an all-you-can-eat in 2 hours Korean barbecue hot pot. It has a quote-unquote grill in the middle of the table and glass top heaters for the hot pot. Really excellent. You cook it yourself. Oh, that's cool. Huh. That's really cool. Next pitch, and that's fouled off. Bookbinders sold a canned version of their famous soups. Manhattan clam chowder and snapper soup were very, very good. What's up, Abolish the ATF? What's up, Jackie? What's up, guys? Next time you're in Liverpool, try Marantos on Lark Lane. I have ideas now. It's good. This helps me out. Thank you, guys. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the top of the 5th to Brian De La Cruz. And the next one is a check swing foul ball. The dude says the first thing I do when I come to Philly for the first time will be to get a Philly cheesesteak, a real one. Got to get a salt pretzel too, my guy. And Chick-fil-A. Mickey D's as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, ground ball hit over to third. Shuffling his feet is Edmundo Sosa. And the throw over to first is in time. And Aaron Nola, besides the home run that he allowed to Nick Gordon, he's been doing a really good job today. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. 9, 1, and 2 are due up for the Phils when we return. Anybody go to the Devontae Smith softball fundraiser game today? Apparently Paul Reed was there. Terrell Owens was there. And Saquon Barkley were a couple of people that were there. It was held in Lehigh Valley. So that's where the Phillies AAA team plays. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, that is. Love Shady Maple, biggest buffet in the United States, only a 30-minute drive from my house. Padres are up 8-0. Wow. Padres are up big enough, 8-0. What's, oh, because they're playing in Boston? Is that why it's a big deal? Sucks we lost Paul Reed. I'm not that, I'm okay with it, man. If they get a better backup center, that'll be nice. Best pizza is at DeLuca's. Yeah, DeLuca's is good. Been using the same brick oven since like 1917. That's crazy. That is wild. Over 100 years. That's crazy, man. Now y'all are making me hungry. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon, man. That way you'll know when we go live. McDonald's food isn't as good as it was in the 70s. I wouldn't know that. Why was McDonald's good in the 70s? All right, here's Rojas, who shows bunt at the first pitch but takes it back on the cutter that was outside for ball 1. Rojas 0 for 1, struck out in the third. He struck out in 3 out of his last 4 at-bats. And the next pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Tried to check his swing there. Munoz still on the bump for the Marlins. Decides to go with the cutter. It's at 91. And that's taken for strike 2. Manny Machado, did he just hit another home run? He did. It's 2 homers today. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Man, oh man. 2 homers and 5 RBI. Clan said hey to you all. What's up, Clan? 1-2 is the count to Rojas. And the next pitch, that was way above the head of Yohan, and he had the dodge out of the way. Count is now 2-2. Oof. I think that hit the camera right behind home plate towards the backstop, too. Roderi Munoz with the 2-2 pitch. That misses inside for ball 3. Stop waits in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch coming up to Rojas, and he lays off. Good at-bat by Yohan. Just took the slider, and there's a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 5th. Munoz was claimed off of waivers by the Pirates, and was traded to the Miami Marlins on December 20th of 2023 in exchange for cash. And then he was called up on April 20th to make his debut with the Marlins. The pitch taken for a strike to Bryson Stott. The ball is 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th. 1-1 is the score. And the next pitch is taken for a ball. And the throw over to second to try to get Rojas. Not in time. There was some hesitation by Nick Fortes. I don't know if Rojas was just waiting for a little bit and then just decided to go and utilize all the speed that he had. I don't know what it was. Oh, yeah, Fortes was looking over at first. He tried to peek behind Bryson Stott, and then Rojas decided to go. And then Fortes was like, oh, shoot, I got to throw it. And there was no chance that Rojas was going to get out. So another stolen base by Rojas on the season. He's in scoring position. The 1-1 on the way. on the outside corner for strike 2. Just a good base running play by Rojas. He's made 2 really good base running plays. Last night he tried to extend a single into a double in the bottom of the 8th, and then Stott was able to send him home on the sac fly. 1-2 pitch, ground ball into left field for a base hit. Yohan Rojas will stop on over at third base, and Bryson Stott able to get on with an opposite field single. And it's rally time at the bank for Trey Turner. Runners at the corners with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Always love it when he goes the opposite way. George! Is that better for everybody? Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. Turner up at the plate. And the first pitch, and that's fouled off. This is like what you want to see, though, from Rojas. I mean, he's showing the Phillies why he deserves to be up here. You know? The speed is really what separates him in front of everybody else. Yohan upstairs. That was his 15th stolen base of the season. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trey Turner. And the next pitch, a little bouncer. It's a foul ball towards the first base side, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. $22 more subs till we get to 3,200. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. And the pitch. And Turner holds up. It was a breaking ball. And Fortes did a good job at blocking it out in front of him. We take a look at the standings as Andrew Nardi is warming up in the bullpen for the Fish. Phillies are 2 games above the Guardians, the Orioles, and the Yankees. They're 3.5 games above the Dodgers as well. The Padres are hot, but also the Mets are hot. And the Astros. Two balls, 2 strikes to Turner. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, and the 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Chased after a slider, and Munoz gets his 4th strikeout today. And bohm is coming up. That's what they're called. They're called the Fish. That's another way to say the Marlins. JWK, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Here's bohm. Munoz with the pitch to Alec. Swung on, popped up, hit out to left field. This should be deep enough to score Rojas. The catch is finally made by Gordon. Rojas, he can fly. The throw is cut off by the second baseman, and Rojas will score. It's a sac fly by Alec Bohm. Another RBI on the season, and the Phillies take a lead that is now 2-1. There you go. Another RBI by Alec Bohm. It's his 66th RBI of the season. Great. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Phils, and we're going to have a pitching change. That's going to be it for Munoz. And the Phillies will be back in a flash. I'll be right back too, man. I will. I'll see you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well, man. All right, back in action. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. That's what we do on here, man. We're also going to be doing some Olympics as well. We'll be doing USA basketball. We're going to try to do archery and tennis and volleyball as well. All right, so it'll be fun. We want to try some new sports. Want to get some more stuff out there on those reels, baby. And, yeah. If you are new, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Take a look at some of the scores really quickly. The Cubs and the Brewers are tied 3-3 in the bottom of the fifth. The Blue Jays have an 8-1 lead against the Yankees in the bottom of the seventh. Then you got the Mets and the Astros, who are both red hot lately. Mets lead at 6-4 in the bottom of the fourth. Mets have 2 runners on with 1 out. And the Pirates just tied it back against the Braves. It's 1-1 in the top of the fifth. Here's Andrew Nardi, who's going to be pitching now for the Marlins, and he throws a strike on the outside edge to Brandon Marsh, who's 0 for 2 today. He's flied out twice. Diamondbacks also lead a 3-zip against the A's. The ball's 1 strike, and the next pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Padres now lead at 10-0 against the Red Sox. Reds beat the Cardinals 9-4, and the White Sox obliterated the Rockies 11-3. Pitch, and it's now a 1-2 count. Two outs, bottom of the fifth. A runner over at first. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Marsh strikes out. And the inning is over. Phillies take a 2-1 lead, though, on a sac fly. Then we head to the sixth. Phillies still lead at 2-1. Either home run or die on this team. I'll definitely tune in for your Olympic coverage, JJ. Cool, thank you. Appreciate that. I would really appreciate that very, very much. It's fun stuff. Dodgers play the Giants tonight at 7:15. Then you got the Rangers against the Orioles. That game is also at 7:15 as well. And then at 10 o'clock, we have 2 games. The Tigers are playing out in Anaheim at 10:07. And then at 10:10, it's the Twins in Seattle. That should be a good matchup, too. Favorite player that you grew up watching? Who was it? Any sport. Any sport. Favorite player that you grew up watching? A lot of you probably know that mine's Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard was mine. Gonna go right from this game to watch the Dodgers and the Giants. Nice. What stood out to you about the player? Sasquatch will be okay, don't worry. Iverson. Why Allen Iverson? Did you play basketball? Did you want to be like him? Iverson and Dawkins. Yep. Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley. What stood out to you? Their demeanor, the way that they dominated the game. Was it their fashion? Jalen Hurts was yours. Jalen Hurts is a good one. The pitch. It's taken inside for a ball. Chase Utley. Was it because he was the man? Josh Bell, who hits a little dribbler over towards the third base side. And it's a foul ball. Yep, never be like him. Iverson and Dawkins, both the fury they played with and the intensity. That's a good answer. I like that. Did you get to see Iverson and Dawkins play? Dan Marino. What stood out to you about Dan, D? Tony Stewart. Some NASCAR racing, right? 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Josh Bell, and that should have been called strike 2. No excuses, just play. Just played the game. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nola gets set and fires. And it's fouled off. Passion and entertainment with the answer. Oh, yeah, Utley. Yeah. What was the question? Who was your favorite athlete growing up? What did you like about the athlete? What stood out to you? And did you get to see them in person? 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called, and Aaron Nola with his 8th punch out today. Just on the inside corner, too. Froze up Josh Bell. That's how we begin the 6th. Utley, I got his jersey as a birthday gift 1 year when I started to get into baseball. Then he became my favorite player. Cool. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Here's Jesus Sanchez, who goes fishing after a pitch that was low and away. I must have been to at least 30 Iverson games as a kid. 30 Iverson games at the Spectrum? Wow. How much were tickets back then? I'd want to put it in perspective to today. The pitch, and that's taken wide for a ball. Fran Tarkenton. Who's Fran Tarkenton? I'll have to look him up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the first base side. Cody Clemens plays it on the bounce and tags the bag to get the out recorded. Is that Fran Tarkenton? Learn something new every day. He was a QB. He's 84 years old. Huh. He was a part of the Vikings, so of course Larry would know him. Dale Sr. Yep. Went to Michael Jordan's game when he came out of retirement, too. That's cool. Pitch. The Jake Berger is taken low for a ball. Jake batting .219. 7 homers. He actually homered in the first game of this series back on Thursday night to give the Marlins at the time a 5-4 lead. And the next pitch is taken for a strike. Aaron Nola with 80 pitches. The Phillies lead at 2-1. They were losing 1-0 on a solo homer by Nick Gordon. Phillies would then tie it back in the bottom of the 3rd on a home run by Garrett Stubbs, his first of the season. Then they got a sac fly in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 on the way, and that misses outside for ball 2. I saw Iverson play against the Magic in Orlando in 9th grade. Whew. Wow. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's a knuckle curve that's thrown at the knees on the outside edge for strike 2. I was 16, partial season tickets in 2001 at the finals and playoff games, and many Eagles games at the Vet and the Link. Oh my gosh. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. 9 strikeouts by Aaron Nola as he has been absolutely dominant on the mound in this ball game. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 9 strikeouts, only 4 hits allowed, just 1 run as well. And the offense for the Phillies coming back up. Okay. Was in the 3rd row in the end zone when Dawkins knocked out the Giants receiver on Monday Night Football. That's really wild. Not sure what the question was. but the claw, Julius Erving. Your favorite player that you got to see. Marlins have some Cy Young pitching so far this series. I can't tell if that's sarcasm or if that's legit. Hockey LeClaire, football Manning, baseball Dalton. Met LeClaire when I was an adult, which was really cool. Roy Halladay was my baseball idol, says Jordan Reese. I don't think Iverson played in the Spectrum. Fran Tarkenton played for the Vikings, I believe. Yes, he did. I looked it up. Yep, he did. What stood out to you about Halladay, Jordan? Was it his smile? Was it the way that he dominated on the mound? I'll tell you, I one of my idols right now, Tyrese Maxey, man. I love the passion that he plays with. I really do. Think he's a really, really good idol. I like Embiid too, but Tyrese Maxey, I feel like, can relate to so many kids and adults as well. I was an MJ fan. He just wasn't a Philly athlete, so I didn't cheer for him to win as intensely. Just admired his game and attitude. I saw that killer attitude in Allen Iverson. How do you not know Fran Tarkenton? I just didn't know. Would love to see MJ play baseball. Lou says I was at the MJ game when he came to the Sixers on the Wizards as well. It was cool to see him live. That's cool. 1 strike to Nick Castellanos, and the next pitch is taken for ball 2. So it's a 2-1 count. Castellanos today 1 for 2. He's facing Andrew Nardi here in the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. The tickets for us at the arena in the 5th row center court were $45 each in $19.99. Wow. That's wild. 2-2 on the way. Foul ball. All right, I can't read all of these. Never saw any of them live. 2-2 pitch on the way. Line drive it over towards the right field side. It is a foul ball, though. And Castellanos has to go back to the plate. Andrew Toney was my hero as a kid. Saw men destroy the Eagles at the Vet. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. And there's strike 3. Sorry, I didn't mean to right click on that. My father worked for Mike Quick of the Philadelphia Eagles, of course. He gave a fake name, but he was pretty awesome, says David. That's cool. Yeah, Mike is now a professor at Rowan in the sports communication and media department. First pitch was taken for a strike. Cody Clemens, and the 0-1 pitch popped up it out over to right field, and going over is De La Cruz. Does he have room to make the catch? He does, and he slams right into the wall. And that thing was sinking and just going over towards the right side of the line. And De La Cruz was not really shifted over there, but he ended up making a pretty good catch. Had to run a long ways to do so. Mitch Williams. Jesus is not like LeBron. Two outs. Bottom of the 6th. Keep sharing these stories, man, in the chat. The pitch is taken wide for a ball. This is how we keep the conversations going, man. The 1-0 pitch. It's taken for a strike. How many likes do we have in the chat? Did we get to at least 100 likes? We're at 273 on how many people are tuning in. 1-1 to Sosa. And he got jammed. It's popped up over towards the left field side. Gordon comes flashing in, and he does make the sliding catch, and the inning is over. That ball was sinking too. And we head to the top of the 7th. Phillies still lead it 2-1. Gordon will lead things off when we return to action for the Marlins. Thought Mike Quick was broadcasting Eagles games with Merrill Reese. Oh, he does both. He can be a professor, and he can still be a broadcaster. Yeah, he's both. Absolutely. Merrill Reese actually owns one of the stations, WMJR, I want to say, out in Atlantic City. I can't remember what it is right now, but yes. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Well, we're getting into a LeBron MJ discussion. This is beautiful. 265 people tuning in. No, that's not correct. All right, come on, be nice. Be nice in the chat. Come on. Let's be nice. Whoa. What am I doing? I'm checking to see how many likes because nobody told me how many likes we have. To pull it up. We got 93. Come on, man. 247 people tuning in and only 93 likes. Come on, bro. Mod Squad, where are you? Where's my Mod Squad? 20 more subs till we get to 3,200. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to hit the super chat button as well. JJ, I dislike both. I accidentally touched it over this guy. It's all good. Just play it clean. That's all. I understand. Nine total strikeouts by Aaron Nola today. He's looked really good overall. You know, we say things about the home run ball. That's what happens. 95 now. Top of the 7th. Here's Nick Gordon, who homered earlier in the game off of Nola. And he goes fishing after a pitch that's low and inside for the fish. Williams says, I just found you. I live in Florida. Born and raised in Philly. Nice. Very, very nice. Pitch, swing and a miss. The ball's 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Aaron Nola with 85 pitches. Gordon is 1 for 2 today. Nola could go 8 innings if he gets a quick one here. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Check swing, did he go? And they say no. Ooh, that sounds good. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Nobody on and nobody out in the pitch. Line drive it out to right field and a sliding catch by Castellanos. How about that? That was a sinking line drive and Castellanos just caught it right before it hit the top of the grass. And that was a big game saver there by Casty. Great extension. And how about the focus as well? Whoo, man. That's what you call robbing somebody on a base hit right there. There's 1 out in the 7th. And that came at a very good time. The pitch taken for a strike to Tim Anderson. The ball is 1 strike. And the next one is up high for a ball. All right, Jackie, where's the compliment to Castellanos on the catch? Brazoban getting warmed up in the Marlins pen. And the 1-1 pitch on the way, and that's a line drive foul ball. Casty is the man. That was a nice catch. Let's get to 3,200 subs and 200 likes. 90 pitches by Aaron Nola so far. 1-2 pitch. High for ball 2. Jackie Treehorn. Time called by Anderson. Take a quick step out of the box. Nola winds up and delivers. There's a bouncer hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time. I compliment him. I didn't hear any compliments to Castellanos. Would compliment him more if our $100 million outfielder could have an OBP above a 280. I didn't hear you compliment him, man. I didn't hear you compliment him. Chat, did you ever compliment Castellanos before that? I didn't hear him. I like messing around with Jackie. He's a good guy. Just like to joke with people. 2 out, stop at the 7th. And the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. It was a sinker at 91. I missed the turtle guy. He didn't come on today. Troy? The ball is 1 strike. In the pitch, line drive down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Castellanos does get over to it. Lopez thinking 2. The throw over to second base is cut off by Bryson Stott. And an opposite field double allowed by Aaron Nola with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. That's the second hit by Lopez. And Strom warming up in the bullpen. And he'll probably face Chisholm. But Fortes is coming up to the plate. If time called on the mound. So how did the Flyers do in the draft today? For those of you that are into hockey. I didn't get to see the draft today. But how do you think that they did? Just from your opinions. What? Did any of you know, this was reported by Baseball History Nut, that Ty Cobb had his tonsils removed without anesthesia and then played a baseball game later that day? Did anybody know that? That's really wild. Pitch, and that's taken for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. In the pitch, and that's taken low and outside for a ball. That's really insane. Flyers draft is like a B rating. Not good, not horrible, but what was available, I would say quite bad given all the things considered. All right. Next pitch, and that's taken for ball 2. Sounds like that might not be true. What? About the tonsils? That is true. That is true. They report all facts. They have a lot of followers. They do a great job on their Twitter. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch, and that's fouled off. Phillies fan in the South Florida can't watch the game anywhere because of the Bowie Sports bankruptcy blackout. Oh boy, that sucks. Well, I'm happy that you found our channel. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Fortes at the plate. 98 pitches by Nola. This is probably going to be it for him. 2 outs and a runner at second. I think JJ's ignoring all our turtle talk. Well, you're chatting really fast. I have to scroll up to see what you guys are referencing. And now I understand. I get it now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fortes. You guys are hunting down the turtle. Oh my gosh. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Three-two pitch on the way. Line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball, and that's going to get Lopez in to score. It's 2-2. Marsh gets over to it, and the throw is drawn over to third. It's an RBI double, and the Marlins tie it back on an RBI double by Fortes. Hit that thumbs up button. And Rob Thompson's going to go out there, and he's seen enough of Aaron Nola. So that's going to be it for him. And Matt Strom is going to come on into the game. Did they start having Roku games? Yes, they did. Tomorrow's game is going to be on Roku. Not the Phillies game, but the Pirates and Braves game. The Phillies were on Roku last week. So they were on Roku TV. Yep. If they play at 11:30 on a Sunday, it's on Roku. So. Rob's always a batter late. Well, you knew that he was going to go to Strom for the lefty, right? Like this is how it goes now, guys. There's no surprises anymore. If you see a lefty warming up in the bullpen, they're saving the lefty for the lefty on lefty. Hate to be the spoiler. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I spoiled it for somebody, but that's just how it goes. That's the quote-unquote strategy of baseball right now. That's how it is. Sorry if I ruined it. But, yeah. Another good outing wasted by our offense. I mean, was it really a good outing? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a pretty good outing. They could still win. All I care about is the wins. I don't really care about how it looks. I know that some of you do. You're going to have bad stretches. That's how baseball goes. I'll be happy if Strom doesn't hit his first batter, says Thomas. I'll be happy if the Phillies win. I'm way too late. No, you're not. You're not way too late on your favorite player growing up topic. But for me, it was watching Mike Schmidt. He hit homers in the brutally hot vet with my grandfather while enjoying an ice cream sandwich. That sounds good. Baseball has so many games going to have ugly wins. For sure. All right, here's Strom. Throws a strike at the knees to Jazz Chisholm at 94 miles per hour. So Nola's not going to get the win. Strom's ERA has risen to a 1.42. 41 strikeouts, just 4 walks in 31 innings. In the pitch, line drive back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third and coming on in to score over at second is Fortes. And that run's going to be charged to Aaron Nola. And the Marlins retake the lead. It's now a 3-2 lead on an RBI single by Jazz Chisholm Jr. I care about how it looks because it's indicative of what the team will do down the stretch. That's not necessarily true. They could get Kyle Tucker at the deadline, and that changes everything. right? And they're missing Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, and Bryce Harper. You understand that they all produce like so many runs for this team. So that's not the way that this lineup is. If you're telling me that Garrett Stubbs, your 9-hole hitter, is going to indicate if the Phillies get runs in October, that's just not true. So, all right, 1-0 is the count, and the pitch is way up high for ball 2. Brian De La Cruz up to bat. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe. 2 balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 pitch. And that's popped up, hit over towards the foul side, and it will head into the seats. Baseball is the best, as Sarah would say. Two balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch, and that's fouled off. Make it a 2-2 count. Well, guess what, Jackie? The Phillies started off really, really poor in the first 2 months over the last 2 years. This year they changed it. Why was that? Teams can change, you know. 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. And De La Cruz does strike out. And the inning is over. All right. Well, we head to the bottom of the 7th. Stubbs, Rojas, and Stott are coming up to bat. All right. Trivia time. Let's do trivia, bro. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. And if you get the answer right, you'll hear this. If you get the answer wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. We'll do this. Should we do this one? Quotes. All right. We won't do that. Yeah, we'll do this one. All right. Tell me who said this one. Which former Phillies player is quoted as saying, "I've talked to guys who have played for the Phillies and gone on to other organizations, and the grass isn't always greener on the other side." Which former Phillies player is quoted as saying the following? "I've talked to guys who have played for the Phillies and gone on to other organizations, and the grass isn't always greener on the other side." Which former Phillies player said that? Which former Phillies player said that? Anybody want to take a wild guess? What the heck? Jimmy Rollins. Nope. That is incorrect. Lenny Dykstra. Nope. Jason Worth. Nope. All right, here we go. Whit Merrifield is going to be coming up to pinch hit for the Phillies here. And the pitch is taken wide for a ball. Cole Hamels. Give me 1 second, because something is weird here. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Ground ball hit over to third. Berger has it, throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number 1. Give me 1 second. Why did that one? They give you the answer, but it's different. That's really weird. Comes Yohan Rojas, and he takes it high and inside for a ball. A.J. Puk is on the mound. The 0-1 pitch. And that is going to be grounded over to third, but it is a foul ball. Larry Bowa. Chase Utley. Was it Chase Utley? That is correct. That's right. Whoever said Chase Utley was correct. I don't know why in the book it said it was Steve Carlton, which was not correct. They actually, you know what they did? They screwed it up. Okay, so question 13. This was question 14, so it was Chase Utley. Whoever said that was correct. All right. Good job, man. Who said Chase Utley? Eric Lovely. Eric got it. Eric got it. And so did Jackie as well. Good job. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 2. There we go. JJ, I named it a while ago. Okay, I can't keep up with all this chat stuff. You have to understand. We have like 30 people on chatting. It's so hard. And I'm trying to find why the trivia book had the answer wrong, and then I realized they screwed up. But congratulations. The pitch, and that's taken inside and high for a ball. Phillies down 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th. There's 2 outs and nobody on. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, and that's taken on the inside corner for a strike. I got you. Oh, this team is pitiful. Yeah, this team has won 54 games. They're so bad. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is low and away for ball 2. Stott is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Two balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Stott, and that's fouled off. Who else thinks that this team is pitiful? Should we do a vote? We'll do a vote. We'll do that for the 8th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is fouled off. Puk is on the bump. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the next pitch is fouled off once again. Stott's 2 for 3 today, as we just mentioned. He's singled twice. Two and 2 is the count. And the pitch is low and outside for ball 3. We'll make that into a poll question. We'll do that. Three balls and 2 strikes, and the next pitch is outside and low for ball 4. And there's a 2-out walk to Bryson Stott. He's had a really, really good day today. All right. Are the Phillies a pitiful baseball team? Yes or no? All right, there we go. There's our poll question. All right, the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Here's Trey Turner, who's 0 for 3. He's lined out, he's flied out, and he has struck out today. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch, and that swung on and missed. All right. The ball is 2 strikes to Turner in the 0-2, and that almost nearly hit him. So Puku's on the bump for the Miami Marlins. So far, he's pitched 2/3 of an inning. He's 29 years old. He's gone 2/3 today. The 1-2 pitch, fouled off. .67 ERA, along with 28 strikeouts and a 1.62 WHIP as well. Hey, guess what? The Pirates and the Braves are playing, and it's 1-1. The Braves haven't really been scoring a lot of runs today. 1-2 pitch, fly ball hit out over towards left center field, and it is caught for out number 3. So Turner flies out, and we head to the top of the 8th. 3-2, Miami. Are the Phillies pitiful? 82% of you say no. 18% of you say yes, and that's on 28 votes. Tell me if the Phillies are a pitiful team. They have weak spots. The problem is we see these wins and think we are playing well. Well, guess what? They are. Objectively, we are not playing well these past 20 games. Okay. One of the lowest runs per game by offense and lowest runners in scoring position by average. So I guess pitching doesn't mean anything to you? Because pitching is the other side of the thing, my guy. I think timely hitting is the single most important non-recorded stat in the game other than runners in scoring position. And the fact is, we can't do it. Well, Jackie, this team does have like 8 comeback wins in the 9th inning. So, timely hitting, still, I'd say, overall, has been more of a positive. Because they are getting hits when they do need to. Are they struggling with runners in scoring position? Yes, it has not been pretty. But guess what? They're still winning games. 16-14 in our last 30 games is barely above. Okay. If we actually lose a series to the Marlins, I'm going to be seriously annoyed. Braves just lost a series to... who did they just lose to? Didn't they just lose to the Nationals? Oh, but JJ, that's different because Ronald Acuna Jr. and they're missing guys. So correct, exactly. Okay, yeah, you don't have to count those. That's fine. Just don't count it. All right, top of the 8th. And the first pitch to Josh Bell. Fly it out over towards left center field. On the run is Rojas, and he's there to make the catch. And there's 1 out. Eight of those comeback wins. 5 are after blowing the lead after the 8th inning, so I really don't count those. It's fine. So, yeah, so those should have just been losses. They should have lost. 1 out, top of the 8th. Here's Jesus Sanchez. And the pitch. That's taken for a strike. What else? And JJ, I love our pitching, but look what happened last year. Oh, this is a different year, my guy. No balls, 1 strike to Jesus Sanchez. Sanchez is 0 for 3. He's struck out, he's flied out, and he's grounded out. Alvarado kicks and fires, and it's fouled away. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 pitch on the way is taken in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alvarado's ERA is at a 3.27. And he has 36 strikeouts along with a 1.06 whip as well. Next pitch, and that's low and outside for ball 2. We got 276 people tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. That's what we do on here. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that ball is hit out over to left field. Marsh will have room, and he does make the catch as he makes the catch just in front of the wall. And there's 2 away. So Sanchez fouls out, and Jake Burger is up. I mean, for reference, we had a 4-run lead after the 7th, and it was tied in the 9th. Then we won in the bottom of the 3rd. Don't really count that as a comeback win. So then what was the best win, in your opinion, this season for the Phils? Or have they just not had a good win at all? Pitch, and that's taken low for a ball. One 0 pitch, and that is fouled away. What's the story behind the poll? Well, one of our members, Jackie, thinks that the Phillies are a pitiful baseball team. So I want to know who else agrees with that and who else disagrees with that. Because I think it brings up a good conversation. Two balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 8th. And the next pitch, and that's swung on and missed. That pitch was at 98 miles per hour. But Jackie, I asked you, what was the best win that they had? Don't they have the best record in the MLB? Yes, they do. They do. 2-2 pitch. That breaking ball misses again in the dirt for ball 3. The back-to-back wins over the Mets bullpen. I think they're the best win, honestly. Arguably, one of them was last night. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is fouled off. They've had some good ones, though. Two outs, top of the 8th inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Burger. And the next pitch, and that swung on and missed. And Burger strikes out, and the inning is over. Head to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies down 3-2 against the Marlins. Our best win was the Orioles game, rain delayed. Just objectively good atmosphere, and another game that even we blowed. Baseball is such a streaky sport. There are ups and downs through a stretch. This series is no big deal. Thank you. Look at the positive. Wheeler, Sanchez, and Nola. Nobody will get past. Yep. Nobody will get past our pitching come fall. I think it's going to be tough, too. Best run differential in the MLB. They have that. Hell no. It's 162 games a year. That's a lot. Injuries will happen. These negative comments be the same energy or be the same every year when it goes south. Just keep the faith. I agree with you. I agree with you, Tyler. We'll get guys back and take off again. I think that they're having a phenomenal year. I do. From an overall perspective, they have really exceeded my expectations so far. And I want to wait and see how they continue to do. That's how I feel. I definitely have faith. I agree. Every win against Boston's teams are welcome. I'd rather win 85 games but play good baseball than win 107 and be a streaky team that relies on two things. Jackie, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't want them to be an 85-win team because guess what? That takes the fun out of the regular season. If they win the World Series, that's cool. But you'd rather see them win 107 games and win the World Series. I'll put it in writing. If we win it all this year, I will call JJ personally on the air and apologize. Okay? I mean, that's if we win it all, though. So I'm just... All right. I'll eat those words. What's the timestamp? What's today? June 29th. June 29th. All right. I got it. But you just said that you'd rather win 85 games. Regular season means nothing with the new playoff schedule, unfortunately. Look at the Braves. The ball is one strike to Alec Bohm, and the pitch is low and away for a ball. All right, so Bohm is 0 for 1. He walked, he had a sac fly, and also delivered an RBI as well. All right, so then if it means nothing to you, then why are you watching, my guy? If it means nothing. Because that's what you just said. It means nothing. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th. And the pitch, the Bohm. It's popped up out over towards shallow center field on the run to make the catch is the second baseman Lopez. And there's 1 out. Now Brandon Marsh is coming up. 85 games is just getting into the final spot. That's not how I want the season to play out. Yep. One out, bottom of the 8th. In the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Kerkering and Hoffman are getting warmed up in the Phillies' pen. And the 0-1 is taken way up high for a ball. So it's a 1-1 count. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out, nobody on. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Marsh at the plate. And the pitch. Outside for ball 2. Best of 3 series is stressful. I'll be happy to avoid playing in one. I mean, as long as they win the whole thing, that's what matters. I'm watching because I'm cursed to be a Phillies freak for life. I did something bad in the previous life, says Larry. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Brandon Marsh. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And there's 2 outs. So Marsh strikes out. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Voucher's on the mound. We got 311 people tuning in. 19 of you have not subscribed. Here's Castellanos in the pitch. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and it is a foul ball. Yeah, being a Philly fan isn't a choice. It's a burden. You are born into it. Yeah. Don't forget I'm a Vikings fan, too. Doubly cursed. Yeah. All right. 2 outs. Nobody on. And it's a 0-1 count to Castellanos. Just fouled off the first pitch. Who keeps changing their vote? The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch, and that swung on and missed. The Phillies are without multi-time All-Stars right now. It may not be pretty for a couple of weeks offensively, says Tim Kelly. The ball's 2 strikes, and the next pitch, and that's outside for a ball. He was replying to somebody that tweeted out, I wouldn't pay a dime to watch this anemic lineup. Why can the Marlins get clutch hits, but we can't in our park? Just amazing. 1-2 is fouled off. 324 people tuning in. Welcome on in to Play-by-Play with JJ, where we go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Castellanos, and he takes that one low and away for ball 2. We're only 1 run down, says Hardcore. Yep. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that was a little bit low. It's a call at 3rd strike, and Castellanos is not happy with the home plate umpire, and he has every right to be not happy about that call. It's been going that way for both teams, and the inning is over. We head to the 9th. It's 3-2 Miami. Whoever tweeted that sounds just like me, not going to lie. Yep, he did. He did. Or does. Does sound just like you. But then guess what? You're still watching. So guess what? Like, you're the one that's lying to yourself. Just like you said that the regular season doesn't mean anything. So then why are you tuning in? Horrible call by the ump. Yep, that was a horrible call. You know I love you guys. And I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. I do. Does mean a lot to me. Game is over. Congrats to the Marlins for winning the series, says David. Yeah. Yeah, the game tomorrow, I guess, got postponed. So even if the Marlins, who are 3 outs away from winning, even if that game gets postponed, yep, they won the series. So they won. That's it. I'm actually not watching the game, just listening to you, JJ. I'm at the gym. It's true. That's true. That was a fact. That was a fact. You're funny. Mets lead at 6-4. They're in the bottom of the 7th against the Astros. Pirates and Braves are tied 1-1. Jose says, as a Philadelphia sports fan, you have to have thick skin, right? If not, you'll be minced meat when things don't go right. Philadelphia fan for life. But even when things do go our way, the thing that I don't understand is that when things are going our way, there's still something that's not going our way that fans are upset about. Like, to an extent. Like, yeah, like I can point out things that that aren't 100% or whatever, but then there's other people that say like this isn't gonna work. You know? That's the thing that kind of, I guess, like, gets to me. All right, here we go. Top of the 9th. 3-2 Marlins lead it. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch, and Gordon's able to send that one out to left field for a base hit. It takes a couple of bounces in front of Brandon Marsh. And there's an opposite field single allowed by Orion Kerkering. He's getting his first time out there on the mound in this series. So Gordon leads it off with an opposite field single. Here we go. The pitch, and that's taken inside for a ball. Anderson's 1 for 3. Singled back in the second. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. That's taken all the way. Check swing, did he go? And they say no. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch after that is fouled off. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Ground ball hit over to third. The throw over the second is just in time. Gordon thinks that he's safe. Let's see if the Marlins are going to challenge this. So they wanted to get the lead runner over at second. Yep, they're going to say check it. So they're going to challenge this, the Marlins. I thought maybe he got his foot in there. But I have to see. Gordon was sliding on over to second base. And Stott was the one that was covering the bag. And the Marlins will challenge this. And while we're in this challenge, how many likes do we have, Mod Squad? Did we get to 200 yet? We're at 297 on the watch time. We have 126 likes. Come on, man. Hit that thumbs up button. All right, I'm just going to keep this up so that way I don't have to keep asking y'all. Let's see again if Sosa got him out over at second by force. I think he's safe. I think he just got in there. The World Series and NLCS didn't go our way the last 2 years. The only thing that matters this year is a championship. Yep. I don't know why we play so deep. I thought that you weren't watching the game. We have many infielders hit against us and things like that. And things like that. Thought you weren't watching the game. Got 129 likes. Let's see again on this replay. Yep, he just tied the bag. But I don't think it's in time. The call stands. How about that? I can't believe it. Huh. 1 out, top of the ninth. No spoilers in the chat. So Anderson grounds into a fielder's choice. Ground out. And Otto Lopez is coming up to bat. Here we go. The pitch on the way, and that's outside and low. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch, and that's taken for a strike as well. I'm not watching, but a ground ball to third that goes to second means we had to wait on it or charge. Well, you didn't know if they were playing deep. I could have said that they were playing on a medium depth. But then Stott was jogging on over to second. Just saying. 1-1. That's taken outside for ball 2. Oh, man. Kirkering gets set and fires the next pitch. And there's a ground ball hit over to third, and then caught by Sosa, but it is a foul ball. Wow. Wow, is that close. That got right on by Sosa. And if it just bounced over towards the left, that's a fair ball. Went right underneath his glove, too. I don't even think he was aware. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the top of the ninth. The Marlins lead at 3-2. Orion Kirkering is on the bump. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the toss back over to first is not in time. There we go. Keep that thumbs up button going, and please, please hit that subscribe button as well. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. We go on here every day, man. The grind don't stop. 2-2 on the way. Check swing, did he go? And the first base umpire says no. Phillies will wrap up their series tomorrow afternoon against the Marlins. That'll be at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Payoff pitch. Here it is, and it's a foul ball. Three balls, 2 strikes. Lopez at the plate. Kerkering gets set and throws it back over to first, and he'll try to reset here. This is the first time he's disengaged. It's been a long at-bat here between Otto Lopez and Orion Kerkering. 3-2 on the way, swung on and missed for strike through the throw over the second, and just like that, there's a rundown. The throw over to first is made. Now bat to second, and Anderson is tagged out by Stott. It's a strike him out, throw him out rundown. How about that play by Marchand? And that double play ends the 9th inning. So the Phillies able to get some good help on the defensive side, and Orion Kerkering does get out of the little jam, and it's time to go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Phils. That was nice. That was much needed. All right. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. According to the NBA on ESPN, they just said that LeBron, quote, is willing to make a financial sacrifice for an established veteran playmaker or a big man like Klay Thompson, James Harden, or Jonas Valanciunas. If the Lakers are unable to entice a player like that, James will seek the max, said Rich Paul. How about that? If we come back, JJ, I'll donate a $5. That sounds good. So, you mean come back and win? Or do you mean come back and tie? Because there's a difference. All right, bottom of the 9th inning. Will the Phillies tie it? Are the Phillies going to lose? Let us know down below. Today's bottom of the lineup has gone, well, actually, nah. Yeah, they've gone 2 for 11. 2 for 11. Clemens, Sosa, and then it'll be Marchand, then it's Rojas. Jackie says win. The grind don't stop. I should assemble a book of JJ quotes. You can if you want. You can. I won't stop you. Tanner Scott, the closer for the Fish, is going to go on out there. He's 11 for 13 in save opportunities. And it looks like Christian Pache is going to come on up to face him, and the first pitch is taken. It looked like it should have been a strike, but it's called a ball. Pache as a pinch hitter is 2 for 11. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is way inside for ball 2. 336 people tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Pache is bounced foul. Surprised that he swung at that. It was a slider that came running inside. Not a lot of offense today for either team. Aaron Nola got the start for the Phils. 2-1 pitch, and that's just sticking on the outside corner for a strike. That one looked a little bit outside, but good job by Fortes to frame it. Berger goes over to first, and Rivera's now at third. The 2-2 pitch, low for ball 3, and that's going to make the count full. Edmundo Sosa waits in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch, here it is, swung on him, missed. He got a slider, and he couldn't catch up to it, and there's one out in the bottom of the 9th. Man, oh man. Whew. That was nasty. I figured he was going to go to a slider there. Mundo Sosa's coming up. What do you do here if you're Sosa on the first pitch? Oh, he fouls that one off. It was a slider that was low. Edmundo is 0 for 3 today. Looking to change the ties and the pitch, and that's fouled back towards the screen. Oh, and 2 is the count. Scott, the left-handed pitcher, on the bump. He has a 1.54 ERA, and he's from Warren, Ohio. The ball's 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed at 98 miles per hour right at the eye level. And there's 2 outs now. Phillies are down to their final out. And just like that, it's Rafael Marchand who's coming up to bat. 2 homers on the season. He is the Phillies' last hope here. And the pitch, just up high for a ball. One ball, no strikes. The pitch to Marchand. That's on the outside edge for strike 1. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 pitch. Line drive it out over to right field on the run to make the catch as De La Cruz, and he slides, and that's the ball game. So, it was a sinking line drive it out to right field, and the Marlins are able to take game 3 of this 4-game set, and they win by a final score of 3-2. Phillies will try to split the series tomorrow afternoon at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Nick Fortes is the player of the game. He had the go-ahead RBI double in the 7th inning. And that's that, man. So the Phillies lose by a final score of 3-2. Their offense today, absolutely nothing to it at all whatsoever. This team really did struggle with runners in scoring position. And they're hoping to just get back on track tomorrow. They were 1 for 5 again. They left 6 guys on base. And the Marlins, they were 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. And they got the hits that they needed to, and the Phillies just could not come up large at all. Tomorrow afternoon, Yanni Chirinos will be on the bump for the Marlins, and they'll be going up against Ranger Suarez, the left-handed pitcher for the Phillies. One word to describe that game. Comment down below. How would you describe that game? Look, am I upset about it? No. I'm not upset. Am I concerned about it? No. This team is without 3 of their starters. They're going through a little slump right now. And I don't really get down on, I don't get too down on the lows. Leaving guys on base is unacceptable. Denver says that it was rough. It was a disaster, says David. I wouldn't really say it's a disaster. A disaster is when they blow a game that they should have won. Did they really blow this game? No. The offense just didn't come up for them. Let's see. Just an embarrassing loss. Home run or die once again. Rough. Pitiful. Struggles. Yeah, it was, this is a game that they should have won. But, again, am I really concerned about it? No, I'm not. I've seen games where the OA team has scored 2 runs. I've seen some games where the OA team scored 3 runs. And yet, I'm not even just like trying to like compare them to the OA team. That's not what I'm trying to do, even though it sounds like it. Every team has its flaws. And today, they just didn't have it today. All right. Anyhow, I love you all so, so much. And I will catch you all on the next one. Happens is a perfect one-word answer. I like that. Pitching had you there for a win, just couldn't capitalize. Yep. Aaron Nola wasn't bad today. Aaron Nola did a pretty good job overall. But yeah, offense just couldn't help him out. Offense didn't really help out Christopher Sanchez yesterday either, but Christopher Sanchez was perfect. All right, love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon, all right? Catch you. Bye. Good night. Lila Tov.